Thank you so much for attending this party, Miss Park. It's my pleasure, Mr. Lee, that you invited me. Oh, you are such a nice person in reality too, Miss. Wine smiled and looked towards the person who was standing beside her, and he was looking great pissed. I'm also present here, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee smiled nervously. Please come in this way, Mr. Kim. Your other business partner are there. Should we go, Miss Park? Wine blinked her eyes and slightly nodded her head. Let's go. Taehyung followed Mr. Lee and Wine followed Taehyung quietly. Hello, Mr. Kim. Oh, Miss Park, you are here. It's a pleasure to see you here. Thank you, Mr. Jo Sojin. Thank you, Mr. Jo. My wife loves your music a lot. I'm glad to know. Well, you both came together. Are you both dating? No, Mr. Jo. We are not dating each other. She's my PA. By goodness. He mumbled last word, but One heard and faked a small smile towards Mr. Jo. Oh, but you were doing great as singer then. Why this PA job, miss? Some personal matter. Oh, if you are done by giving your interview, then maybe go to have some drinks. Why not, boss? She spoke with a fake smile and then rolled his eyes and walked towards drinking counter, and Wine followed him. Wine is a singer and PA of one of biggest and youngest businessmen of country who is too much cold and rude. Wine started getting depressed due to too much stress and lack of rest, so she decided to take a break from her singing profession and live a normal life. She wanted to experience a lot of things, so after leaving her singing career, she started looking for a normal job, and she got a job of secretary by her abilities. But things are not really normal in her life since people know her, and wherever she goes, people recognize her and start asking for pictures, autographs, and they even start asking her a lot of questions. Wine looked towards voice and saw a boy looking at her in surprise. Hi. She smiled nervously towards that boy. Oh, Wine, you know, I'm your biggest fan. If you don't mind, can I get a picture with you? Yeah, sure. Oh, thank you. Excuse me, mister. Please take our picture. He extended his hand towards Taehyung and he looked at Wine with done face. What are you waiting for? Taehyung sighed and snatched phone from that boy and clicked Wine and his picture and then again gave back boy phone with a little force. Rude. He mumbled and walked away, and Wine pressed her lips together to hold her laugh. What's funny? Nothing, boss. She immediately shook her head. Is it you, Wine? Taehyung sighed and rolled his eyes. I'm going back. If you want, come. He walked away. Wine too went behind him, but someone came in front of her. Hi, I'm your biggest fan. Can I get you an autograph? Wine took a glance of Taehyung and nodded her head with a small smile. After giving autograph, Wine immediately went out of party hall and looked around to spot Taehyung but didn't saw him anywhere. Did he already left? She sighed and took out her phone to call her driver when she heard a car honk. She lifted her head and smiled when she saw Taehyung's car. Will you shit? She immediately sat inside car and he started driving. Ride was going on in silence, so Wine thought to play music in car and she played, and she looked at Taehyung in surprise when her song played in car. What are you looking at? I didn't know you liked my song. She spoke with a teasing smile. I don't like your song, nor I listen. It's Tanya, she likes and listens your songs. Oh. She again gave a teasing look and he blinked and focused on road. Wine smiled internally and looked out of window. Moonlight was shining and it was giving a very romantic vibe in atmosphere, which was giving Wine a relaxing feeling. She inhaled and exhaled and started humming a song while a slight smile was dancing on her lips. Taehyung didn't stop her from humming song and he was taking a glance of her time to time, and seeing her like that brought a smile on his face too, which he usually don't show. He pressed brake in front of her house and she took a deep breath. "Thank you, boss, and good night." She smiled and he just nodded his head, which made her disappointed as she was expecting a small bye from him. But "Go safely." She went out of his car and slammed door behind, which made him flinched. "Wow, gosh, he's crazy." He shook his head and started the engine. "Good morning, boss. What's the time?" "It's 10:30 a.m. "And what's your time to come office?" "10 a.m. "And when did you arrive here?" He folded his hand around his chest and glared at her with his cold gaze. One blinked her eyes and pouted slightly. "Miss Explanation, why are you 30 minutes late?" "Boss, actually, Actually, I woke up late." As expected, he got up from his chair. "We are getting late for our meeting. Let's go." He walked ahead and she sighed. "As expected, rude jerk." She rolled her eyes and followed him. Wayne was going towards cafeteria when a boy came towards her. "Hi, Wayne." "Hello. Would you like to have lunch with me?" He gave a cute pleading eyes which made Wayne chuckle. "Okay, really? Oh, you are so good, Wayne. Thank you. But let me give coffee to boss first." "Yeah, sure." Wayne smiled at him and walked towards cafeteria. "Here, your coffee. Now may I go to have my lunch?" Let's go." "Huh? We are having lunch with Mr. Cha." "Oh, but I promised Jamin to have lunch with him." "Then break your promise. You are my PA and you have to come with me." She sighed and nodded her head. "Boss, where is Mr. Cha?" "I don't know." He spoke while looking around. "Then we should wait for him." We will wait 10 minutes. If he arrives, then good, or else we will have our lunch and leave." I nodded and started waiting for him patiently, but he didn't come even after 10 minutes. "I can't wait anymore. Waiter!" A waiter came and Taehyung gave him order. "Maybe he got stuck in some work. We should wait a little more." "No need." She started eating her food. Taehyung took a glance of her and smiled a little without getting noticed by anyone. But "Oh, hello, Mr. Kim." Taehyung's eyes widened slightly and he looked at the person. "Hello, Mr. Cha. We were waiting for you." "Huh? But why?" "To have Hello, Mr. Cha. How are you?" "I'm fine. Actually, I came to have lunch with my wife." Went frowned and looked at Taehyung. "Oh, okay, you go give your time to your wife. That's important." Mr. Cha nodded and left from there, and Wan lifted her one eyebrow in questioning way. "Were we really having lunch with Mr. Cha?" "Yeah, but he thought to give his wife more importance than work. So what we can do? Let's have our lunch now." He looked down to avoid her gaze and started eating quietly. "Hey, Jamin." "Yes, I'm sorry for early. I needed to go with boss." It's okay." "And this is for you." "Ice cream?" "Yeah, my sorry present. Have it." He smiled widely and took ice cream from Wan's hand. "Thank you. Your crush is watching us." "Huh?" Wan chuckled and walked away. Jamin looked around and saw his crush looking at him, and he blushed. He wanted to have lunch with Wan to impress his crush. "Boss, you called him." She stopped speaking after seeing someone else in cabin. "Hello, ma'am." "Hello, Wan. Come here. I want to have a talk with you." Wan smiled nervously and walked towards Mrs. Kim, and Mrs. Kim made her sit on a chair. "You are so pretty and an amazing singer as well." Wan smiled slightly and took a glance of Taehyung, whose focus was on laptop screen. Thank you, Mrs. Kim. Do you have boyfriend? Huh? Do you have boyfriend? If not, then I want to ask for your and Taehyung's marriage. Taehyung started coughing loudly. Taehyung, what happened? She orderly went towards him and Wine gave him a glass water. I'm okay, Mom. You go, Dad must be waiting. He got up and started pushing her out of his cabin. Yeah, I know. Why are you kicking me out of here? Let me talk to Wine. But he didn't listen to her and took her out of his cabin, and Wine kept looking at them with frown eyes. Sometimes he behaves weirdly. What she was saying, and why did you forcefully take her out? She wasn't talking something important, and you bring me XYX file. XYX file? But I don't have that. I gave you that file last week. Huh? But I don't have either. I checked everywhere. It must be with you. Go search in your cabin. I know I don't have that. Then what? I'll check. I gave you last week and you kept that file in your bag. If you don't have here, then it must be in your house. Then rubbed his head in frustration and tried to recall where he put that file, and he remembered. Oh, I kept that file in drawer. See, I told you. Bring me Xerox copy of this file. He gave a file and she nodded. Boss, yeah? I'm giving dinner treat to everyone in office tonight. Would you like to join us? And what's for the treat? Many employees here asked me for lunch, but due to work, I couldn't have lunch with them. So I thought to have dinner with everyone. So will you join us? I'm not free. Knew it. Weinstein nodded her head and went out of his cabin, and he lifted his head and looked towards her disappearing figure through glass wall. Did I make her sad? Thank you, Wine, for this amazing dinner. You're best, Wine. Best singer as well, best human. Wine smiled towards them. Okay, let's eat now. Wine. Yeah, but boss. She frowned and looked behind and saw Taehyung, and she got surprised. Hello everyone, may I join you? Everyone got up from seat in respect. Taehyung looked towards Wine and she smiled. Why not, boss? Taehyung nodded and took a seat beside Wine. Cheers, guys. Everyone started eating and drinking. Taehyung frowned and looked at her in surprise, and it was first time she called him by his name. Miss Park, you are a jerk. Taehyung's eyes widened and he looked around, and everyone gave him a nervous smile. What will you lose if you smile a little? She made a little sign by her finger and Taehyung's eye. Miss Park? He tried to hold her hand, but she pushed his hand away. Yeah, don't touch me. She put her head on table. Miss Park? She didn't answer, so he shook her a little, and still she didn't answer. She passed out. I'll take her home. You guys enjoy. Everyone nodded and then lit wine and walked out of the restaurant. Wine opened her eyes and she felt a sharp pain in her head. She groaned slightly and closed her eyes tightly and then opened again. I think I drank too much last night. She moved her hand on bed to grab her phone, but she couldn't find her phone on bed. Where did I put my phone? She sat on bed annoyingly and looked around to find her phone, but where I am? She held her head and tried to remember what happened last night and how did she came here. But she couldn't remember anything, so she sighed and got down from bed and went out of bedroom. Whose house is this? She looked around but didn't saw anyone, but then she heard some sound coming from her room. She gulped and walked towards that room. She knocked but didn't got any response. She again knocked and again there was no response. She saw an whole doorknob and pushed door slightly. And there was no one in that bedroom too. She saw and she was about to walk away but her gaze landed on a photo frame. My pic. Whose house is this? She stepped inside and looked around and then her gaze went on a photo portrait near bed. Boss, is this his house? On meantime, washroom's door got open and someone came out. Oh, you are awake. How are you feeling? Good. She looked around in room. Your room looks good. Thank you. Because of my picture. His eyes widened and she smiled. What happened? Did Tanya put my portrait in your room? He cleared his throat. Tanya is his sister. Yes. Still lying. What a liar. I'm not a liar, okay? Just accept it. You are my fanboy. She fanned herself with her hand and lifted her eyebrow in questioning way and smirk. He saw and started walking towards her and her smirk started fading little by little. Where are you coming? Yes, I'm your fanboy. Okay. I love your music as well. Huh? He was very close to her and still taking steps towards her. So she started taking back steps to keep a good distance between them. But her feet stopped when she felt her back hitting the wall. I love you. Huh? What? I love you. Nice joke, now move aside. What? Joke? Yeah, I'm saying truth. I love you. I can never believe a rude joke like you can love me. She pushed him away and started walking out of his bedroom and he followed her. I'm saying truth. I really love you. It's an unbelievable thing for me. She opened main door and she was about to step out but then grabbed her hand and pulled her back. Wow, you're not wearing pants. She looked down and her eyes widened. What the hell? Did you remove it? She put her hand on his eyes and Taehyung immediately shook his head. I didn't remove, I swear. You did that by yourself. Oh, okay. I'm removing my hand. Don't open your eyes. Okay. When removed her hand from his eyes, don't open, and she ran inside bedroom. Your coffee. Thank you. She took coffee and started sipping quietly and an awkward silence filled around. I went to drop you in your house, but it was locked and you were sleeping, so I brought you here. Okay, thank you. She flashed a little smile and his heart again skipped like always. Wine, I really like you. Please believe me. He spoke in teeny and last and Wine's heart skipped, but I'll believe you likes me. I mean, I didn't feel that ever by your accents. She shrugged her shoulder and he blinked. You know, I like funny, cute, caring, romantic guy and you are nowhere around that. In fact, you are opposite of all those things. I agree you are handsome and cute, but I like those guys who is cute by behavior and their acts. She folded her arm around her chest and he blinked cutely, which surely melted her heart, but she wanted to play hard and take some sweet revenge. Do you like someone? Do you have crush on anyone? She shook her head. Great, then do I have chance? Maybe, then get ready to be mine. Huh? She blinked her eyes and her cheeks got slightly pink. You only know your boss Kim Taehyung. Now it's time to introduce real Taehyung to you. Huh? She again blinked. Wait here, I'll be back in few minutes. And he ran towards his bedroom. What happened to him? But he was looking cute. She was just teasing him. She knew he is sweet and caring in personal life and cold and rude in professional life. And she also likes him, but she wanted him to show his real self to her, and for that, she was playing hard. He's completely her type, cold for others, but soft for his family and loved ones. Let's go. Where? We will have breakfast together and then I'll drop you home. Okay. He stopped car in front of her and immediately came out and opened door for her like a gentleman, and she smiled. Please, have your seat. You don't have to do these things. She sat inside and he went on driving seat. What will you eat? Street food? And there people will surrounded you. And you don't like that. It's not like that. I don't like when some guy clings in you. That's why I get pissed. He paused slightly and she laughed. I can bring street food for you here. Do you want? I would love that. She smiled and he nodded his head. Like he said, he starts showing his true self to her. He starts showing his soft, cute, sweet, funny and romantic side to her, which start making her fall for him day by day more and more. Boss, did you call me? Yes, sit there. He pointed to a couch and she sat there. He took a paper bag which was placed on his table and walked towards her. What's in this? Our lunch, huh? He took out box from bag and her eyes shined by seeing so many street food in front of her. Wow, thank you Taehyung, you are best. She hugged him and picked his cheek which made him blush. Don't give me this beautiful heart attack. He dramatically said and she laughed. By the way, mom called you for dinner. What? Why? Probably to talk about my marriage. Huh? Does she know we are dating? Not yet. Then why didn't you told her you have a girlfriend? I'll tell her this after our marriage. Huh? You are weird. Here, eat this. Wine opened her mouth and Taehyung fed her. If your mom get know about this, she will kill me. Don't talk about that and let me enjoy these tasty things. Give me that. He again fed her and smiled seeing her happy. Once mom don't allow wine to eat street foods. Well, did you told your mom about us? Not her, but dad know about us and he is very happy for me. And don't worry, mom will be also happy since you match her standards and all she care about her rich standards, so don't worry. He nodded his head and fed her. I love you too. She spoke with mouth full which made him chuckle and he picked her lips. I love you more from very long.